Included with your purchase of this video series on scripting is a copy of a solution I sell at the Database Pros website called the Script Reference. It's a $30 value, so you should take advantage of this option where it's provided for free. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a quick tour so you're familiarized with how it works and can benefit you in your quest for FileMaker knowledge. So the first thing you need to know is if you bought the video series, then there's a README along with this download for the script reference that gives you the full access password. Otherwise, if you open it up, you're going to see only a few script steps, just a demo. If you use the full access password, you get all the script steps like you see here, as well as access to layout mode, the script workspace, manage database. You can go in and see how I've done all the tricks inside of this interface if you want. Essentially reverse engineer it. But when you open up the script reference, it looks a little bit like this with the list view. And you can see all of the script steps listed here, all 179 of them. Okay, now they're listed by area. You can list them by name if you like, and then it's going to be alphabetical. I personally prefer area because I've been doing this for a long time, and when FileMaker first came out, you didn't get to type the return key and then type the first couple letters of the script step and have it complete it for you. It doesn't work that way in older versions. What we had to do is go down and click on the script steps. And so this mimics the way they look. And if you open up the script workspace and look at the scripts, we can do that right now, and you look over here, and we open up that area, you'll see that it's in that same order. Control, navigation, so on. There's a favorite section now, but basically that's how we used to locate them. It used to be over here, and you'd go through and you'd find, you use type ahead to find the script step you wanted, or you might scroll and remember what area it was. And you could still change it to alphabetical, but it default to this, so that's how it was brought up, and that's how I do it, and that's why it's default to this. Now when you get the full access password, you can come in and change what values in here. You can change it to name. You can set the global field to name on opening and run the script to sort it, and it'll look that way if that's the way you prefer it. Now there's a few more buttons here. There's one for form view. It's the same as over here. I usually use this one because I click on the one I want to look at in the detail. You have a new window button. I think that's very important, especially with large screens where you can put two scripts right next to each other and read about them side by side and compare them. There's a find button here, and there's a way to go from left to right through the different steps. I don't use this too much, but what's in here is pretty handy. It says I'm on step 2 of 179 of 179 total. So what we're going to start with here is performing find, but before we do that, let's look what's included in list view. You've got the name of the script step, what version it was introduced in, and the little icon representing that version, and compatibility, which we'll go over in a few minutes. And then the description, which is kind of hard to read because I made it smaller here so you could read the whole description inside this list view. But really what you should do is go to form view to get additional information beyond what the script step is. You know what you want, go to the find, type in what you want. I'll type in perform, hit the continue button, and I want perform find. So I'll click on that one. And you can see we have step 4 of 6 found and 179 total. So it's important. This is an important area. I don't really find this that useful, but maybe it is. I like to go to list view and click on what I want. Work with it how you want. There's lots of options, but here is the name of the script step, the description, the short description, not exactly the same as what's inside of the FileMaker 18 help, but what I've tried to do here is describe it better than them. I don't know if I did that or not. It's up to you, but at least you have a different version of the description you can compare to the online help. And then we have what you said it was when it was introduced. And then the compatibility. If you roll over each one of these, you can see this one's compatible with the FileMaker Data API. Now, if you go to another step, it might not be compatible with the FileMaker Data API, as you can see. You also have compatibility with cloud. Runtime. Now the runtime has been deprecated and probably won't be around for a while, for a lot longer, but it still is there in FileMaker 18. Is it compatible with WebDirect, PHP, FileMaker Go, FileMaker Server, Windows, Macintosh. And there's a couple extra here you'll see that will help you to understand what you can do with this, and you'll get familiar with the icons after a while and realize what where this can be used, because you can't use a script step in every single platform in every single situation. Now it also shows you the area here. So that was the same as the area we saw in the list view. This one's in found sets. There are quite a few examples here. Here's the basic find. You just come in here and you can see examples of what they do. Scroll down here. Most have at least a couple of examples. The more important ones, like perform find, have quite a few examples. And you'll see notes over here, just some short notes. It all depends on the script step, how many notes you get. Some have more, some have less. And then you have the related steps. These are very important. If often perform find is used with enter find mode. So you just click on this. It opens up a new window and you're looking at the enter find mode. Oh, okay, that's what it is. There you go. So it's a repository of information that you can quickly get to what you want. You also not only have that, you have common errors that go with a script step. This one happens to be the 401 error. If we come in here, we can search for the 401 error and find out that it's no records match the request. So that seems very logical. It's a common error that goes along with this, so look down there as well. And that's about it. It's just a resource for you to look for information about how things work. Look at the notes often, because it'll give you little hints and tidbits and things that you can't do with it. So make sure you read those, and you never know what you're going to find in here. Hopefully I've gleaned all the information from all the resources so you have it in one place so you can really learn how to use FileMaker.